took half of the eggshell I'd just cracked and, using a soft pencil from the cutlery drawer, drew a face on it. A toothy grin, a half circle for a nose, and two menacing-looking eyes. I drew a line from the mouth to the back side of the shell where I printed, "Smile, damn it." She shuffled into the kitchen like a condemned prisoner and plopped into her chair, looking down into her lap, hair hanging down over her eyes, arms lifeless at her sides. She had a pair of oversized sunglasses I didn't recognize perched on her head. The eggs firmed up in seconds. I slipped them onto a plate and set them before her. "Your Highness," I said, talking over the sounds of the Today Show coming from the small television that hung beneath the cabinet. Sydney lifted her head slowly, looking first at the plate, but then her eyes caught the little Humpty Dumpty character staring at her from atop the salt shaker. "Oh, my God," she said, bringing up a hand and turning the shaker so she could read what was on the egg's backside. "Smile yourself," she said, but there was something bordering on playful in her voice. "New shades?" I asked. Absently, like she'd forgotten she'd just put them there, she touched one of the arms, made a minor adjustment. "Yeah," she said. I noticed the word Versace printed in very tiny letters on the glasses. "Very nice," I said. Sid nodded tiredly. "Out late?" I asked. "Not that late," she said. "Midnight's late," I said. She knew there was no point denying when she got in. I never got to sleep until I heard her come into our house on Hill Street and lock the door behind her. I guessed she'd been out with Patty Swain, who was also 17, but gave off a vibe that she was a little more experienced than Sid with the kinds of things that kept fathers up at night. I'd have been naive to think Patty Swain didn't already know about drinking, sex, and drugs. But Sid wasn't exactly an angel. I'd caught her with pot once, and there was that time a couple years back when she was 15, when she came home from the Abercrombie & Fitch store in Stamford with a new T-shirt and couldn't explain to her mother why she had no receipt. Big fireworks over that one. Maybe that's why the sunglasses were niggling at me. "What those set you back?" I asked. "Not that much," she said. "How's Patty?" I asked. Not so much to find out how she was as to confirm Sid had been with her. They'd been friends only a year or so, but they'd spent so much time together it was as if their friendship went back to kindergarten. I liked Patty. She had a directness that was refreshing, but there were times I wished Sid hung out with her a little less. "She's cool," Sid said. On the TV, Matt Lauer was warning about possibly radioactive granite countertops. Every day, something new to worry about. Sid dug into her eggs. She said. She glanced up at the TV. "Bob," she said. I looked. One of the ad spots from the local affiliate. A tall, balding man with a broad smile and perfect teeth, standing in front of a sea of cars, arms outstretched like Moses parting the Red Sea. "Run! Don't walk into Bob's Motors. Don't have a trade? That's okay. Don't have a down payment? That's okay. Don't have a driver's license? Okay, that's a problem. But if you're looking for a car and you're looking for a good deal, get on down to one of our 3 I hit the mute button. "He's a bit of a douche," Sid said of the man her mother, my ex, lived with. "But those commercials turn him into super douche. What are we having tonight?" Breakfast was never complete without a discussion of what we might be eating at the end of the day. "How about DAD?" Family code for dial a dinner. Before I could answer, she said, "Pizza?" "I think I'll make something," I said. Sid made no attempt to hide her disappointment. Last summer, when Sid and I were both working at the same place and she was riding in with me, Suzanne and I had agreed to get her a car for nipping around Milford and Stratford. I took in a 7-year-old Civic with low miles on a trade and snatched it up for a couple thou before it hit our used car lot. It had a bit of rust around the fender wells, but was otherwise roadworthy. "No spoiler?"